yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, I had like $13,000, $6,000.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked.
Yeah,
They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
That fucking trash can. Oh, shit, man. It's not uncomfortable to play like this, too.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Tonyan complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Yeah, look at him. Watch out. He's shooting your ass. You're going to die.
Last
You're
week,
dead.
3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. You start to get a little worried.
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find
Nah,
a way
I
to
think that was his
make those
teammate.
interceptions
They started
quote-unquote
chasing
go
him, I
away.
think.
And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change
Yeah, I think
and
that's
at least
what
hold people to field goals. And if that
Yo,
keeps
let me
happening,
go smoke
they
this
lose
clip out of
confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays
Let me go smoke
well.
this clip out of it, I'm
After the interception, here's Stafford. Forced
I
out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Stafford got his man complete over the middle. It's Hines. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Oh, no.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
You about to be out?
As they'll stop with 40 seconds
nah.
remaining in this
I was
first
talking
half.
shit to my cousin, but he's not even in the party.
Off the play fake. Stafford. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
He fucking hurts me.
Intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Let's go.
The Colts take over first down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
I know you stole that shit right under there now. To the stab.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd down, Jackson. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. On 1st down, Hines. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25
Landed in the parking lot.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Eso tiene que estar en el techo.
Jackson now. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And then I can't buy Flacco.
Once again, it's Mostert. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Escaping the pressure right. He can run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
No, he's heading that way.
Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Off-play action, Stafford. And the coverage terrific there. It's knocked down and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I knew.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense.
One's down.
On that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Well, Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The other one's down.
And don't make those. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, they had a bag.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. This is Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
So you said there was like 6 people.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
29 yards
Prater's kick is good. And that will open
the other side. Yeah, they're up. They're up. Yep.
So they put together
a lo mismo que dice Joe Flacco.
Ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest. Let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Oh, man.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 16. Jackson. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
¿Dónde quedó eso? No, it's hot.
From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Damn, you let him flank around, bro.
Loss, and now 3rd and 12. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game. It just can't get off the ground, and that play,
we would have never heard him. We would have never heard him. About the dead silence.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
We would have never heard him.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Yeah, I was killing a guy. I was shooting a guy inside the airport. There was a guy inside the airport.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
5-yard line.
Sigue ahí, flaco, Luri. Flaco, he's getting sniped, bro. Yeah, from the airport. There you are. Cuidado. Nada más síguete moviendo, nunca te pares.
And Jackson throwing once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but now it's third and goal. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
No. I'm not telling you. I say to look back. Let's take a little peek. You can take a little peek.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
No, fucking pussies. Allá adentro usualmente.
Jackson will throw again.
Oh, look, right
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Corn Elder.
There's no money in there. Go in there, bro. I'm telling you. We're choosing to go. Look.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league run right now.
More money right in front of you.
Take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Colts pick it up.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked really tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
For 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Well, my shit about to finish.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
4th down, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will take this.
I'll let you know when I'm done.
It's a touchdown.
All right,
that's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A.J. Brown, 43 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
Stafford gonna throw it. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Thomas, the intended target, and now it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, The team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Throwing here, Stafford. Buying time to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.
I should have done
Meanwhile, for
whenever you're ready.
Indianapolis,
to get the ball inside. Johnson short. Yeah, to your points there, 42 points in the paint for Sacramento. Heel fell, lost it. Johnson has it. 4 on 3. Robertson feeds the cutter, and Irving gets rejected by Jeffries. Joseph didn't want the 3, instead takes the mid-range and hits. A little odd that Joseph seemed like he wanted no part of the three-point line, although he is shooting at just 34% this season. Three-point shooter, reluctant to often take them, and watch how high you see Daquan Jeffries coming over. Wow. The range off the help. We talked about it. Kings like him. He brings an added level of intensity on the defensive end. Played really well for them in the bubble. The Nets were trying to get Kyrie Irving at the line here, but it was DeAndre Jordan who was fouled. I love when this stuff happens. And Luke Walton, you could see him almost smirking under his mask as it was happening, saying, hold on. And Jordan had retreated all the way to the backcourt before he was called forward and misses that free throw. You're talking about 90% versus a man who shoots 52%. So, yeah. You want to try and take that upgrade as Joseph out of the way. A lot going on with this free throw.